full-time graveyard worker, full-time student, vice president of PTA board, founder of an animal rescue, nurse, chauffeur, entertainer, chef, maid. I'm all of these things because I am a single mom. It's easy to forget who you are when you're a single parent. It's easy to lose yourself in your children and your responsibilities, especially in your 20s, which are hard enough as they are all on their own. So today I'd like to discuss what my perfect day would look like as a single parent. First, I would disconnect, then I'd center myself, and finally I would regroup and come together. So beginning with disconnecting. What do I mean by that? Well, I know that just last year, Insider Intelligence reported about 13 hours a day from everyone was spent on media. I know for myself what that number really looks like is closer to 5, and it's usually spent on my classes for school or on my children. So first I would disconnect by taking myself out of that situation. I would go into the forest, somewhere I love to be. I love to hike, I love to camp, I love to be just out in nature in the fresh air. So that's the first thing I would do, and I would go all by myself. And then, once I get there and my mind has settled, I would find a place to settle my body, and then I would center myself. How I choose to do that is through my creativity. So I would first journal and do some self-reflection, really find out where I'm at in that moment, and then I'd probably sketch or read, take a walk. And once everything inside of me has calmed down and I feel like I remember a little bit who I am as an individual, then I would come together and rejoice. So finally, coming together and rejoicing for me would be going back to my kids. Now, I don't have a whole lot of family or friends, so my kids are where I'm happiest and where my heart truly belongs. So that's what I would do. I would go back home and be with my little family. So what would my perfect day look like, especially as a single parent? Well, I would disconnect alone in the forest. It would look a whole lot like somebody who didn't have kids. And then I would center myself, do the things that I like to do, all on my own. But then I would come back to my kids, because in the end, to me, that's what's most important. So a lot of single parents find it very difficult to remember who they are as an individual and do the things that they enjoy doing. A lot of single parents in general, and coming from myself, pour a lot into our children. And for me, as a single parent, I tend to pour from an empty cup sometimes. You can't always do that. So as contradictory as it might sound, one of the best things that you can do for your child is to have your perfect day, not your kid's perfect day or the school's perfect day, your perfect day. And remember who you are, because only then are you and your little kiddos that are following right behind you and watching your every move, only then are you really going to reap the rewards and the benefits of your little family.